Hello and welcome to our presentation. My name is Simon and my other group members are Ahmed, Tengis and Peter. And today we'll be discussing our new mobile applications idea, which goes by the name of AirRoute. So our application focuses mainly around the idea of pollution. We understand that there's various health issues which could directly come from this, and therefore we have decided to try design an application which would help people avoid traveling through polluted areas as much as possible. So, firstly, I will be talking about our vision, and we have navigated this to 3 pointers. Firstly, we would like to introduce a platform which allows people to move around London through the least polluted areas as easily as possible. Secondly, we would like to engage regular city commuters and children to take the most healthy journeys to wherever they're going, whether it's work, school, or for leisure, anywhere. And thirdly, we would like to partner with other organizations in order to get more people on board with traveling in a cleaner manner. So followed by this, I will be looking at our mission. So our mission is to create an effective platform for commuters to plan the cleanest means of travel. And we would like to achieve this by potentially partnering with companies which have sensors located all over London, and these detect the levels of pollution that there are in that specific area. By this, we will be able to provide a more accurate way of people to travel through the least polluted areas. And where there may possibly be a lack of data, we would potentially set up new sensors which would engage more accurate results. We would also like to encourage usage to various target audiences, so from commuters to cyclists to school children. We would like to get as many people on board for this to travel in the most clean manner. Next, I'll be talking about our USP. So our USP is that we are the first app on the market that allows you to navigate based on a lowest pollution basis. So there isn't currently anyone like us which uses the data of the pollution in order to create routes and navigate people in this kind of way. And also we have unique partnerships with other businesses that will enhance the app usage through other means, such as partnering with the Santander and making use of their bikes. Our brand name is AirRoute. The name refers to the purpose of the app, so we're routing you through the cleanest means of air. And the arrow and the logo also symbolizes direction, and the blue was chosen because it's a clean, fresh color, and it matches with the whole purpose of the business. And our business structure, so due to there being more than one business owner, we are considered a partnership. So therefore, we are equally liable for the activities of the business and have a flexible business structure. And when it comes to taxes, we have to declare them individually.
Good afternoon. I'll be following up on the slides based on opportunities, and I'll be focusing on problems. The problems area that we're focusing mainly is the children, and highlighted here is 300 million children are vulnerable to extreme air pollution globally, based on reference from Carrington 2020. 2 billion, based on a study, 2 billion, based on using satellite data, 2 billion are estimated globally, that almost 9% of the world's children live in places where outdoor air pollution exceeds the required limit or breach limit. Also, another study based on UNICEF warned that the global air pollution is linked to diseases and infections that kill 600,000 kids each year. The total is more than AIDS and HIV total combined. Also to mention, which is not included, is that pregnant women are very vulnerable because of their organs or immune systems are changing, and it could affect their health and the unborn child's health as well, which should be highlighted. While most children will not be affected by short-term peaks in ambient air pollution, some individuals, such as those with existing heart or lung conditions, may experience increased symptoms. Moving on to the next slide. After covering slightly based on problems, we're going to follow up with solution. The application we're focused on is called AirRoute. So AirRoute forecasts for cleanest routes from point A to B. Gathering up data using satellite dishes, the best routes or alternatives. AirRoute notifications to commute on peak hours and non-peak hours. So it could be deterred the busy hours and the most polluted times, and the most convenient times for you to get a bit of fresh air that is limited to pollution. AirRoute awareness or prevention outside as well, and tips and deterrent methods. Launching the AirRoute application in London City, hopefully expanding to the neighbouring cities, covering the United Kingdom, and hopefully gradually growing throughout Europe and other regions around the globe on a global platform. We're going to target the youth from the youngest age at, let's say, primary schools, colleges, and then universities and work placements. So hopefully the parents will be aware of their child's well-being from a young age, and we should shed some light that is very beneficial and should have a positive effect. Air pollution does affect kids' brain because they've got a small, vulnerable brain that absorbs many things. So to deter it is the best option, because growing while the youth are growing up, they are gonna need that support and health to grow their mind in a flourishing way rather than being affected in the long run. With AirRoute application, a percentage of the younger generation who are most vulnerable will stand a chance for a healthier future, and hopefully we should play a part in seeing to their better health. I think this is a matter that should be focused on more. Market is better. The leaders of the different governments and mayors should participate in creating awareness. Yes, I'm going to let a colleague of mine continue with the revenue projects to see through the application in due time.
My name is Peter and Simwaya. I'm presenting the app, mobile app idea to mass adoption. Doing this, I'm starting with the slide. I'm presenting 2 slides, but I've got the last one that has got references. The first slide is about return on investment, and this means that we are going to reap after 3 years what we have invested. I'll start. We invested 50,000 in this, 50,000 pounds. 50,000 pounds over a period of 3 years should be recouped. So in year 0, we are going to have that 50,000 in the business. The first year, year 1, is the year that we expect to have 10,000 back. Projections, we've projected for 10,000, and we're hoping that definitely will be the money that will come back. How? When the 10,000 comes in the year 1, meanwhile, we are in the minus because we have put investment. The money is there. Our bank balance is minus 50,000. So we need to get it back to positive, to plus. So that 10,000 projected in the first year will be offsetting that minus 50,000. Meaning, at the end of that year, we will have a minus 40,000. The following year, we'll carry forward the minus 40,000 to year 2. That will be our opening balance. Our opening balance will be minus 40,000. 40,000, we were projecting in that year that we'll be expecting 20,000. So at the end of that year, we are going to have 20,000, 20,000 plus 10,000 is 30,000. At the bottom of the year, when we check our balance, we'll be expecting to have minus 10,000. That minus 10,000 is the money that will carry forward into the third year. The third year, minus 10,000, our projections in that year means that we are expecting at least 30,000. So 30,000 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 of the year before, we'll have 50,000. 50,000 will be minused from the 60,000 that will be had accrued in that year, meaning we'll have a balance of 10,000 plus. 10,000 plus will be carried forward. So will be carried forward as a completion of our recoupment of our investment. So within 3 years, we'll definitely have got that 50,000. The next slide is the market size and research. I just wanted to emphasize that this is a very big investment. This is a very big business. This is a big area of profit. The profit margins are very high. The industry is such a big industry. Now, what we intend to do from the market research and the statistics by 2022, the industry means it will be having at least there will be 106.2 billion. That's how much it will be worth in the next 3 years. And in year 2026, it will be worth 407.31 billion. This industry is such a massive industry. And the market research, we have the market, we have identified the people, our clients, our customers to be. We have created a demography. We have created a system where we have segmented them. We know we've put them based on age, based on population, and we've put them based on usage. So this area, we are very, very happy that we have identified the market, and we are able to speak to them, to discuss with them, talk to them, give them ideas because of our next generation of our investment, new app. And the third one is the references. You can see there will be the references on the third. Yeah, that's the references. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. I hope it was clear. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good night. Bye.
So let's talk about our competitors analysis. So the app Plume is the market leader. It's founded in 2014, and the total fundraise was 6.1 million, which is quite high. And the headquarters in EU, it's free to use. The difference of this app is it gives the total air pollution of the whole city itself. So that's why. So moving on to Levisham, this one is our direct competitor. The reason why I'm saying that is it's developed by King's College students and it's free to use. But the downside is it's not up to date. There is no past data recorded, which we recorded. So moving on to SWOT, our strength is, of course, we are startup, so our main strength is our creative team and the efficiency of our work. Our weakness is we got no market share at the moment. It's hard to find investors and lack of resources right now due to the coronavirus and all the things. An opportunity, we could use this COVID-19, this situation to helping people to select the routes when they want to go outside for exercising or going to groceries, stuff like that. So on the app, they can see which route has less people, depending on the pollution. If it's high pollution, of course, there are people going there, it means. And the threats is, as I mentioned, the COVID-19 is both two sides for us. It's threats for us too. It could collapse the whole market itself, as well as started closing the schools, and which was our main target. And now it's just individual customers. We'll move on to the next slides now. So I'm going to talk about our app and use screenshots and our interfaces which you design. and then moving on to investments and finishing up our presentation. So if you look into the first interface, we can see our logo on top and username and password, or if you haven't got an account yet, so you can just use your Google email or just register using any email or phone number you can use. So once you've done this part, you can move on to the second picture. So it's our main working area. So when you put your location, your current location, and to port in this section, to means where you want to go. So you just put those two locations, and once you've done that, on the map section, it's going to show you the three different routes from the lowest to highest polluted routes you could take, and it will show you, of course, how long it's going to take and how is the traffic there. But we're not necessarily going for the traffic because most of our users are cycling, or they will be walking. So the reason why we highlighted this button is this is the when you click on map on this button, it will show you this interface. So when you click on profile, it leads us to the third picture. So on the third picture, we can see customer setup can set up their picture in here or put the username, ID. It's going to be there. And what we meant by distance is the maybe number of times they took the lowest air polluted with routes, or how long yeah, the number of the times or the length of the distance. So on the news side, so as we mentioned before, we're working with the children, the parents who are looking after the children, like walking, taking care of the children on a children trolley and stuff like that. So we're trying to get as information as necessary, like how it affects the polluted areas, how it affects your health and the kids, the children, and all the necessary information we're trying to put in here. So moving on to investment part, we're trying to get the approval for SEIS and EIS, the government initiative to get the invests into the startups like us and giving back to investors 50% revenue, tax revenue reduction yearly. So what we're looking for is we're looking for 120,000 pounds for our 18 months runaway. So it's going to cover the app itself. We need to finish the app itself and expanding the team with the tech. Means like finding a CTO and training him, maybe if possible, and operations as well, and the marketing and events, running advertisements as well, and office space and the legal accounting. Yeah, we're more into looking for EIS because this one is a 100,000 plus investments. So we can receive investments quarterly if possible, 30,000 pounds per quarter. So it gives investors the right to note our progress, and they will see how we are doing and how we're investing their money and etc. So that's it. So thank you for listening us. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. The following slides will be the referencing. Thank you.